This lesson is on indirect measurement, and the goal is to find lengths of similar triangles using indirect measurement. The standard is geometry, similarity, right triangles, and trig, number 5. What you should understand by the end of this lesson is sometimes you can use similar triangles to find lengths that cannot be measured easily. One method of indirect measurement uses the fact that light reflects off a mirror at the same angle at which it hits the mirror. At the top of your notes, would you write 1, 2, 3, or 4 where you believe you are on the scale of understanding of indirect measurement? Okay, let's take a look at an example of indirect measurement. Before rock climbing, Darius wants to know how high he will climb. He places a mirror on the ground and walks backward until he can see the top of the cliff in the mirror. What is the height of the cliff? So we have some information here. I know that he is 5.5 feet tall. He is 6 feet away from the mirror. The mirror is 34 feet away from the side of the cliff. We need to know how tall the cliff is. So what we're going to do is make a proportion using those two bits of information. All right, so I have my two triangles, and the first one I have, I'm going to use his triangle. So I have 5.5 over 6, and that's equal to x, that's the vertical side, over 34, which is the horizontal side. Now I'm going to solve this like I did all the rest of them. I would take 5.5 times 34 and then divide that by 6. Now if you actually did that, multiply it and divide that, you actually get 31 and 1/6. And that's how tall that would actually be. Alright, so let's take a look at some indirect measurements and see how to solve these. Alright, here I have two right triangles. Here's one. Here's another one. If you notice, 3 and 6, they share a side. S and 8 share a side. That's real important when you want to set up your ratios. So, this is how you would set it up. 3 over S equals 6 over 8. Because the 3 and the 6 share a side, they would go either both on the top or both on the bottom. It doesn't matter if you put them both on the top or both on the bottom, as long as they are both in the same place. S and 8 share a side. They both need to go either both on the top or both on the bottom. So when I cross multiply 3 times 8, which is 24, and divide it by 6, S equals 4. And it would make sense because it needs to be smaller than 8. Here's your first practice problem. It's asking you to solve for B. Practice 2, you have two similar triangles. It's asking you to solve for Z. Okay, once again, I have two triangles. I have a large one and a small one. My larger one is 6 by, notice it doesn't give me, but I know I have 4 yards here and 4 yards there. So this whole measurement would be 8 yards. Then I have a smaller triangle, which is, this measurement is T, and this is 4. So I'm going to make my proportion again, and I'm going to start with the larger triangle, and I'm going to make 6/8 equals, I'm going to match this vertical 6 and T, and the horizontal 8 and 4. I cross multiply. 6 times 4 is 24. Divided by 8 is 3. So T equals 3. Here's practice problem 3. It's asking you to find Y. Practice 4. Solve for M. Then you're going to have some word problems. You've got 2 sentences. We have a shadow that's 15 feet long that's cast by a maple tree. The maple tree is 8 foot tall. The fir tree casts a shadow that's 30 feet long. How tall is the fir tree? You're going to make again a proportion. We have a 15 foot long shadow. Maple tree is 8 feet. My shadow on the fir tree is 30. How tall is the fir tree? So I'm going to multiply 30 times 8 and divide by 15. So the fir tree is going to be 16 feet tall. Practice 5. And practice 6. Now that you've finished watching the video and done the practice problems, at the bottom of your notes, would you write where you are on the scale now, to 1, 2, 3, or 4? And get ready to do your assignment on IXL. And that's the end of this lesson. Bye for now.